We have a national electricity market which is failing not only South Australia but failing the nation. This extraordinary state of affairs, where our abundant solar, wind and gas resources leads this nation into an energy crisis. If there was any more powerful indication of a broken national electricity market, it was the events of February the 8th. On that occasion, we had a private national electricity market that chose to black out South Australians rather than turn on a power station. This is a totally unacceptable state of affairs. That is why South Australia needs to step up and take control of its energy future. They expect me to stand up and make sure that South Australia is self-reliant. South Australia relying less on the eastern states for its energy security. And that's what South Australia's plan for energy is all about. It's a plan for the 21st century. It's a plan to take our clean, green, renewable resources and use them to create an energy future for our state and indeed for our nation. What we've seen over the last 5 weeks has been extraordinary. After that blackout, we declared an ambitious goal, which was to take charge of our energy future. Over the course of that time, we've been working with our Cabinet, led by the Minister for Energy, and with the input of many South Australians and indeed people from around the country and more recently people from around the world who want to be part of this energy solution. We've gone from the beginning of that period with the Prime Minister of this country ridiculing South Australia to the middle of that period where there is an acceptance that this is a national energy crisis, to the end of that period where South Australia is being celebrated as being part of the international solution for a clean energy future. The plan that we set out today has a number of key elements. The first element is the nation's largest battery storage, part of a $150 million renewable technology fund. The second principal element is a state-owned gas power plant, the first investment of its type since the privatisation of ETSA. Thirdly, the Minister for Energy having local powers over our energy market. Fourthly, new generation creating more competition through a further new generation plant using South Australia's bulk purchase of energy from the South Australian Government to bring on more competition, more generation, to stabilise and secure our energy system. Fifthly, South Australian gas incentives. We have abundant gas reserves. Those gas reserves need to be unlocked. They'll be done in a range of ways. Incentives for exploration, incentives for landowners to make sure that that gas is unlocked and applied to our energy needs. And finally, an energy security target. At its heart, replacing Victorian coal with South Australian gas, making sure that South Australian power is reserved for South Australians. This plan is about our energy future. It's about taking charge of our future. It's about creating the jobs of the future.